What if the reason you still feel empty has nothing to do with who left, who stayed, or who failed to understand you? What if the real wound is much closer than that? Look at your life for a second. Strip away the messages, the compliments, the attention, the noise. When all of that disappears, who is left with you in the silence? You. Always you. And if your relationship with yourself is weak, even the best moments in life will feel unstable, like they could fall apart at any second. That is why some people get everything they thought they wanted and still feel restless at night. They have love around them but no peace inside them. They have success outside them but no safety within them. So listen closely, because this is where everything changes. Loving yourself is not ego. It is not arrogance. It is not becoming cold. It is learning how to stop abandoning yourself just to be accepted. It is learning how to stand by your own side when life gets heavy. It is choosing your worth before the world gives you permission to. And if you stay with me to the end, you will not just hear nice words. You will feel a shift. You will see why the way you treat yourself quietly trains everyone else how to treat you too. And why the day you stop begging for what you can give yourself is the day your whole life begins to change. Most people spend years trying to be loved better by others while barely knowing how to care for themselves. They know how to be patient with friends, how to forgive people they care about, how to show up when someone else is hurting. But when it comes to themselves, the tone changes. Suddenly the voice becomes sharp. One mistake and they attack themselves. One bad day and they call themselves a failure. One delay and they act like they are falling behind forever. But you cannot build peace with yourself while speaking to yourself like an enemy. You cannot feel safe inside your own mind if your thoughts keep turning into weapons. Start there. Change the language. Replace harsh words with honest but kind ones. Instead of saying, "I ruined everything," say, "I am learning." Instead of saying, "I am not enough," say, "I am growing into the person I need to become." And do not stop at words. Keep your promises to yourself. If you say you will wake up earlier, do it. If you say you will stop answering the call that always drains you, do it. If you say you will take care of your body, begin. Self-respect grows when your actions start matching your intentions. Spend time with yourself too. Real time. No endless scrolling. No constant noise. Sit with your thoughts. Walk without headphones. Eat alone sometimes. Ask yourself what you truly want. Not what sounds impressive. Not what keeps people happy, but what feels true. Stay with this part, because a lot of healing begins the moment you stop running from your own company. Real happiness never lasts when it is built on things outside you. A person can get the job, the relationship, the house, the applause, and still feel like something is missing. Another person can have less, much less, and still move through life with quiet calm. Why? Because happiness is not only about what happens to you. It is deeply shaped by how you see yourself. If you believe your worth depends on success, then every setback will feel like proof that you are not enough. If you believe your worth depends on being chosen, then every rejection will feel like the end of the world. But when your worth starts inside you, life changes. Good moments become sweeter because you are not clinging to them in fear. Hard moments become easier to survive because they do not destroy your identity. That is the difference. External joy is real, but it is unstable when it has no inner foundation. And this is where many people get trapped. They spend their whole life chasing the next thing, hoping it will finally make them feel complete, not realizing the emptiness is not asking for more achievement. It is asking for a better relationship with the person in the mirror. The moment you stop waiting for the world to approve your life before you allow yourself to enjoy it, you become stronger. You stop saying, "I will be happy when." You start saying, "I can build peace now." Not perfect peace, not a fantasy life. Real peace. The kind that remains when life is messy, when things are uncertain, when nobody is clapping. That is not a small shift. That is freedom. Now let's talk about something people know they need but still fear. Boundaries. The moment many people try to protect their time, their energy, or their peace, guilt rushes in. They feel selfish. They feel rude. They feel like they are becoming difficult. But protecting yourself is not cruelty. It is maturity. Without boundaries, your life slowly fills with things you never really agreed to. You say yes when your whole body wants to say no. You give when you are already tired. You stay available long after you should have stepped back. And over time, something dangerous happens. You stop hearing your own needs clearly because you are too busy responding to everyone else's demands. Boundaries are not punishment. They are clarity. They tell people where you end and where they begin. They show others how to engage with you in a healthy way. And yes, some people will not like it. But that does not mean it is wrong. It usually means they were comfortable with the version of you that had no limits. This is important, so do not skip it. If someone only feels good around you when you overextend yourself, that is not healthy closeness. That is dependency dressed up as love. Real care can survive your limits. Real respect can handle your no. Set the boundary anyway. Answer later. Leave earlier. Say no without writing a long speech to defend it. Protect your peace before you reach the point of resentment. Because once you keep betraying your own needs just to keep others comfortable, you do not only lose energy, you begin to lose yourself. And once you understand boundaries, you start to see the power of one simple word that can save your life from burnout. No, such a short word, such a powerful one. Yet so many people say it like they are asking for forgiveness. They soften it, explain it, hide it, delay it, or replace it with a yes they never wanted to give. But every time you say yes to what drains you, you are saying no to something that could protect you, grow you, or restore you. Your energy is limited. Your focus is limited. Your emotional space is limited. So stop treating them like they are endless. They are not. If you do not guard them, people, pressure, noise, and obligations will take them from you piece by piece until you wake up tired in a life you did not mean to build. Before you agree to anything, pause. Ask yourself, does this help me or drain me? Does this fit my values or just my fear of disappointing someone? If I say yes here, what am I saying no to later? These questions matter. And here is the truth most people learn late. The people who respect you will also respect your limits. The ones who get angry every time you protect your peace were often benefiting from your lack of protection. That discomfort you feel at first is normal. It is not a sign that you are wrong. It is a sign that you are changing an old pattern. And change often feels strange before it feels natural. Keep going anyway. One clean no can protect months of peace. One honest refusal can stop years of quiet resentment. Say it with calm. Say it with respect. But say it. There are also people you need to release, not because you hate them, not because you want revenge, but because staying connected to them keeps teaching your heart the wrong lesson. Too many people remain loyal to those who stopped valuing them a long time ago. They keep replaying the good moments. They keep holding on to potential. They keep hoping that if they love harder, wait longer, explain better, forgive more, then maybe the other person will finally see their worth. But your worth is not something that starts existing only when someone else notices it. If someone truly values you, you will not have to decode their care every day. You will not have to beg for consistency. You will not have to shrink yourself to stay in their life. And if you are doing all of that, then what you are holding on to may not be love at all. It may be habit. It may be fear. It may be loneliness wearing the face of attachment. Letting go hurts, yes. It creates silence. It leaves space. It forces you to face the truth instead of the fantasy. But that silence can heal you. That empty space can become room for peace, for self-respect, for better people, and for a better version of you. Stop checking their pages. Stop replaying old words. Stop turning one kind memory into proof that the whole connection was good for you. Be honest. See what is in front of you, not just what once was. Some people are not meant to walk with you forever. Some chapters end because your life needs new air. And the moment you stop watering what is dead, your energy can finally return to what still has life. Of course, even after you distance yourself from the wrong people, there is still one voice that can follow you everywhere. The voice inside your own head, the inner critic, that harsh whisper that tells you not to try, not to risk, not to speak, not to begin. It sounds smart sometimes. It sounds careful. It sounds like protection. But look closely and you will often find fear underneath it. Fear of being seen, fear of failing, fear of change, fear of outgrowing the old version of yourself. Many people treat every negative thought like a fact. They hear you are not ready and they stop. They hear you will embarrass yourself and they hide. They hear you are not good enough and they shrink. But a thought is not always truth. Sometimes it is just an old wound talking loudly. Sometimes it is an old voice you absorbed years ago. Sometimes it is your comfort zone trying to survive. Learn to notice it without obeying it. When the critic says, you cannot do this, answer with something stronger and calmer. Maybe I cannot do it perfectly today, but I can take the next step. Maybe I am scared, but I am still moving. Maybe I do not know everything, but I can learn. That is how the inner war starts to quiet down. Not by pretending fear is gone, but by refusing to let fear drive the car. And here is the part most people miss. Action weakens the critic faster than arguing with it forever. Once you do the thing it told you not to do, once you survive the step it warned you against, its voice loses some power. Then more, until one day it is still there, but it no longer runs your life. This is also why self-care matters more than people think. Real self-care is not just an occasional reward. It is not a luxury. It is not something you earn only after you are exhausted. It is one of the clearest ways you tell yourself, I matter. If you keep ignoring your body, flooding your mind with noise, pushing yourself past every limit, and calling it discipline, eventually your life will show the cost. Your energy will drop. Your mood will sink. Your patience will disappear. Your self-worth will quietly weaken because your daily actions are telling you that your needs do not count. Real care looks simple. Sleep when your body is asking for rest. Eat food that supports you, not just food that distracts you. Move your body because it deserves strength, not because you hate how it looks. Step away from screens. Take the walk. Drink the water. Breathe before reacting. Say no to what keeps draining your mind. Stop feeding on constant negativity and then wondering why your heart feels heavy. And remember, self-care is not only about what you start doing. It is also about what you stop allowing. Stop staying in conversations that poison your peace. Stop overloading your calendar just to feel useful. Stop acting like rest is weakness. Every small act of care is a vote for your value. Every time you choose what supports your long-term peace over what gives short-term escape, you build trust with yourself. And when you trust yourself, your confidence becomes deeper. Not louder, deeper, more stable, more real. Another powerful shift happens when you learn to enjoy your own company. A lot of people are not actually afraid of being alone. They are afraid of meeting themselves without distraction. That is why silence feels so uncomfortable. That is why the phone comes out so fast. That is why every quiet night gets filled with noise. But if you cannot be with yourself in peace, then no amount of company will fully calm you. Solitude is not punishment. It is training. It teaches you how to stand without leaning on constant attention. It shows you what you actually think when other voices are not filling your head. It helps you remember what you enjoy, what you miss, what you need, what you believe. Start small. Take a walk with no music. Sit in a cafe without touching your phone every 2 minutes. Watch the world. Watch your thoughts. Cook for yourself with care. Read in silence. Journal without trying to sound wise. Be there. At first it may feel awkward. That is okay. Growth often starts that way. But little by little, your own presence stops feeling empty and starts feeling grounding. You begin to notice something beautiful. You laugh at your own thoughts. You calm yourself down. You make yourself feel safe. You stop seeing alone as something bad and start seeing it as something valuable. And that changes relationships too. Because when you no longer need people to rescue you from yourself, you stop choosing them from desperation. You choose with clarity. You choose from peace. You choose because you want connection, not because you are terrified of silence. Once you become more comfortable with yourself, the need for outside approval starts to loosen. And that matters because chasing validation is one of the fastest ways to lose your center. Think about how easily mood can shift when your self-worth depends on reactions. One compliment makes you feel amazing. One criticism ruins your whole day. One ignored message makes you question your value. One post that gets less attention than expected suddenly feels personal. That is exhausting. And it gives other people far too much control over your inner world. Their opinions are unstable. Their moods change. Their attention moves. Their views are shaped by their own pain, their own bias, their own limited understanding. So why hand them the power to decide how you feel about yourself? This does not mean feedback is useless. It means feedback should inform you, not define you. Begin measuring your life by your own standards. Did you act with honesty today? Did you keep your word? Did you grow? Did you do something brave? Did you stay true to what matters to you? That kind of validation lasts longer because it is rooted in something real. And here is a strong question to carry with you. If nobody noticed what you did, would it still matter to you? If the answer is yes, you are building the right kind of confidence. You are no longer living for applause. You are living with alignment. Stay with this, because the day you stop asking the crowd to approve your soul is the day your peace becomes much harder to shake. Still, even with more peace, there will be moments when the past tries to pull you backward. old mistakes, old guilt, old memories that wake up at night and ask the same painful question. Why did I do that? Many people punish themselves for years as if guilt alone could rewrite what happened. But it cannot. The past does not change just because you keep bleeding in front of it. At some point, you have to stop turning regret into identity. Yes, be honest about what happened. Do not lie to yourself. Do not excuse your mistakes. Face them. Learn from them. If you hurt someone, make it right where you can. If you cannot undo the damage, then let the lesson become your repair. But do not confuse accountability with lifelong self-hatred. They are not the same. You are not the worst thing you have done. You are not a single bad decision frozen in time. You are a living person still writing the story. Self-forgiveness is not pretending nothing happened. It is choosing not to live chained to a version of yourself that no longer has to lead your future. Speak to yourself with the same fairness you would offer someone you love if they were truly trying to grow. Would you tell them they deserve shame forever? Or would you tell them to stand up, carry the lesson, and become better? Then give yourself that same grace. Because healing does not come from endless punishment. It comes from truth, responsibility, and a brave decision to move forward without dragging yesterday into every new beginning. And this is exactly where confidence is built. Not in fantasy, not in waiting, not in someday. Confidence grows through action, small action, repeated action, honest action. Many people think they need to feel ready before they begin. But confidence is not what comes first. Action comes first, then confidence follows behind it like proof. Every time you say you will do something and then do it, even in a small way, you teach yourself that you can be trusted. That matters. It matters more than hype, more than motivation, more than saying you believe in yourself while your habits quietly tell a different story. Wake up when you said you would. Finish the task you keep delaying. Send the email. Take the class. Go to the gym even if the workout is short. Speak up even if your voice shakes. These are not small things. These are the bricks of self-belief. And here is what makes it powerful. Confidence does not only grow when things go well. It also grows when you fail and realize you survived. When you try and it is messy. When you risk and it is imperfect. When you keep going after embarrassment, rejection, or delay. That is where the deeper confidence comes from. Not from knowing you will always win, but from knowing you can handle yourself even when life does not go your way. So if you have been waiting to feel stronger before you move, reverse it. Move first. Let the evidence build. Let your life become the proof your mind has been asking for. There is one more shift that makes all of this stronger, and it is quieter than people expect. Gratitude for who you already are. Not fake positivity. Not pretending you have no flaws. Real gratitude. The kind that notices how far you have come, how much you have survived, how many times you kept going when nobody saw the effort. Most people are trained to look at what is missing. What they have not achieved yet, what they still need to fix, who is ahead of them, who looks better, who seems more successful, and because of that, they rarely pause long enough to honor what is already true about them. Your resilience matters, your loyalty matters, your softness matters, your honesty matters, your ability to get back up matters, your willingness to keep learning matters. Start naming these things, write them down, speak them out loud if you need to. Not to become arrogant, but to become grounded. When you appreciate your own character, you stop needing constant outside reminders that you have value. You stop acting like love for yourself must be postponed until you become more perfect, more polished, more impressive. No, love grows now, or it keeps getting delayed forever. And gratitude changes the emotional climate inside you. It softens the pressure. It calms comparison. It reminds you that growth is allowed to come from respect, not from hate. You can want more for your life and still be proud of the person standing here today. In fact, that is often when growth becomes strongest, because now you are moving forward from wholeness, not from panic. So here's the truth that ties all of this together. The way you treat yourself becomes the silent standard for your whole life. If you ignore your pain, people will think your pain can be ignored. If you cross your own lines, others will cross them too. If you keep proving that your needs can wait forever, the world will gladly place you last. But when you respect yourself, protect your peace, care for your body, guard your energy, forgive your past, and trust your own path, everything begins to shift. Your relationships get cleaner. Your mind gets quieter. Your choices get stronger. You stop begging to be seen because you are no longer invisible to yourself. And that is the turning point. Loving yourself more than anyone else does not mean becoming hard. It means becoming rooted. It means you can love people deeply without losing yourself in the process. It means you can give without emptying yourself. It means you stop asking others to save a part of you that was always your responsibility to nurture. So starting today, stop delaying your own loyalty. Stop waiting for a perfect body, a perfect relationship, a perfect season, a perfect version of you before you finally decide to care. Choose yourself now, in the mess, in the rebuilding, in the uncertainty. And if this message reached you at the right time, do not just agree with it, live it, quietly, daily, fully. Because the strongest love story you will ever write is the one where you finally stop leaving yourself behind.